Do you agonize over the names of your characters? Well, I'm letting you off the hook here at Welcome to Jenn's Writing World. If you have a story to tell, you're in the right place. Let's do it 10 minutes at a time. Well, yesterday was April Fool's, and I'm not any good at doing pranks, but I thought I might do a little prank. I told everybody on Facebook that I cut my hair. My hope was that because I said it on April Fool's Day, most people would be like, oh, haha, no you didn't. When actually, I did. I donated my hair and cut it all off. I love my new hair, but I am very disappointed that nobody believed me that I was doing an April Fool's prank. Mostly because I'm terrible at them, obviously. However, my husband did a wonderful April Fool's prank on me. It was so good that I laughed for like 10 minutes, was crying with laughter, thought I was having a heart attack. It was like the best prank. We have 2 black cats. One is a girl named Hella, the other is a boy named Alfred. Hella wears a pink collar with bones on it, and Alfred wears a blue collar. Now, Alfred's not truly black. He has 2 white dots on the underside of his back paw. Obviously, though, I can't see them. So when I want to know who I'm talking to or who to yell at, I look at their collars. And for April Fool's, my husband switched their collars, and he did it yesterday afternoon, meaning the afternoon of the 31st. And so all night and the next morning, I called Hella Alfred and Alfred Hella, which means when it was Alfred getting in trouble, I was calling him Hella. I was also really confused because Hella was doing things that she never does, because it wasn't Hella, it was Alfred in a pink collar. Anyway, luckily he put me out of my misery and the cats out of their misery in the morning of April Fool's Day. And when I realized what he had done, well, I laughed and laughed because it really was a very good prank. And I felt really bad for my kitties because they must have wondered why Mom was calling them by the wrong name for like 8, 10, 12 hours. Anyway, but this leads into what I want to talk about today before we do our write-in. I want to talk about names. If you're me, names are easy. I just sit down and I start typing, and these characters that live in my head, or at least they come and visit me from the universe, well, they all have names. And so they just tell me their names, and that's their names. And 99% of the time, I don't change their names. However, if you have a problem with coming up with the perfect name for a character, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter. In the first draft, you can call your characters whatever you want. Have a list. Say the first male character is going to be called John. The first female character is going to be called Annette. And just move on down. Don't let your writing stall because you don't know the name of a character. Now, as you get to know the character and learn their personality and learn their background, the perfect name will come along. Or you'll have to do research to find that name. But that can all be done outside of writing the first draft. So for the first draft, pick a name, any name. For the second draft, that's when you want it to make it work. Now, have I changed names in my stories? Absolutely. My mystery work in progress, my main character's name was Lydia. Turned out she was a lot of things, but Lydia was not one of them. And so her name changed to Janie, much more appropriate for the character that she became. But when I first put her on the page, I thought Lydia was a good name. Lydia is a good name. It's just it turned out she wasn't a Lydia. Did I let that stop me? No. I kept on writing, and when I got to the end, I went back, used the find and replace key on Word, and changed it. And that's the trick. Anything can be changed until you've hit publish, or until your publisher has gone to print, or there is that day when it can't be changed. The funny thing, though, if you are an indie writer, technically you can change it in 2nd, 3rd, 4th editions, so nothing's permanent, especially names. Well, I hope you had a fantastic day yesterday at the start of Camp NaNoWriMo. I did 400 words in yesterday's write-in. I hope to do another 400 words today. According to the Camp NaNoWriMo website, If I do 400 words every day, I will reach my 12,000 word goal by the end of the month. Why don't you leave a comment down below? Let me know whether you agonize about names or whether they come easy to you, and let me know if you are on track to win Camp NaNoWriMo this year. For now, though, why don't we get to writing? 10 minutes starts in just a moment. All right, well, I have my work in progress up on my screen. It is amazing how many times I forget to bring it up until after I start the timer, and that is a waste of some of my 10 minutes. So I hope you also have your screen up or your pad of paper ready or your dictation device with fresh batteries ready to go. And let's go do 10 minutes. 3, 2, 1, start. Phew. Well, I came to a good stopping point, but we have introduced who I think is the villain, and we've introduced more characters that, well, don't have names. For some reason, I have no idea what the camp director's name is going to be. I mean, it should be something, I guess, cool and dorky for a science camp, but not overly dorky. Right now, I might just call him Mr. H, because as we know, the names in the first draft don't matter. Once I know more about him, I'll be able to figure out what his name is for real. I hope your story is coming along and that you didn't have any problems figuring out the names of your characters. Well, I hope you had a great time writing during that 10 minutes. If you are raring to keep going, I hope you'll stay to the end when I read the quote, and then you can get back to your writing. As always, if you want to get notifications about every video that I drop, which will be every day in April, go ahead and subscribe down below, hit the little bell. If you did enjoy today's write-in, a like is always appreciated. And most importantly, for me and for you and your writing friends, I hope you share my channel so that we can get more and more people joining us for 10 minutes of writing every day. Imagine what we could do if everybody wrote for 10 minutes a day. It would be revolutionary. Today's quote is from Hanna Fergesen, who is a senior literary agent with KT Literary. I will have it listed in the show notes so you can read it if you want to. Print it out, share it, whatever you want to do. And I'll have a link to KT Literary if you are looking for an agent. So here is what she says. Writers should understand that not every critique from every reader is gospel, and listen to their gut when it comes to which criticisms to take and which to leave aside. This can be hard to parse, and is why it helps to get reads from multiple people, take the critiques that are repeated across readers, and leave those that you know in your heart are not right for your story. Well, that is really good advice. We talked yesterday about having buddies, and today about the importance or unimportance of having the right name. If everybody who reads your work thinks the name is no good, maybe you should listen to them. But if it's just one or two people, well, everybody has an opinion, and very often they don't agree. So you don't have to change when just a couple of people have an opinion. So long from Jenn's writing world, and until tomorrow, write, write, write.